Hey, Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee. I got to tell you about this Angle live bait cooler. They also make a dry box. It's just the same thing, but it doesn't have a little pump on the side of it. And they figured out, because their dry boxes were so secure with the big latches, and they also had this little seal all the way around them, almost like a refrigerator door, that they could keep items in there, like, you know, ice and cooler stuff, and it would keep ice for a long time because of that seal. Then they came out with a neat little deal where you can drill a hole in the side, and even if you take the pump out, you can put this little plug in there and it still keeps it as a dry box. But this is a Minnow box. It's called their live bait cooler, and the only problem with it is they got a little pump on the side that they brag about. It's 2-speed. It runs at high speed and low speed, so you can save your battery. High speed, when you first go out there and you got lots of minnows, after you use about half your minnows, you can turn it down on low speed to save the battery. Excuse me. And it even has a little plug on the side, that little rubber pad right there peels back, and you can plug it into a cigarette lighter and save your D-size batteries completely. But listen to this thing. This is high. Well, I'm not going to listen to that all day while I'm crappie fishing. Sounds like somebody's drilling oil in the backyard. Here's the low speed. And then obviously that's off. I made a couple of changes for 2 or 3 different reasons. I went to the 13 quart. This is the 30 quart, and you fill that with enough water to keep minnows in there decent, and it takes 6 men and a small boy to carry it to the boat. But this little sweetheart is a 13 quart, and they even make a 19 in between the two of them. It's an Angle dry box converted to what they call their live bait coolers. Now, it comes with a handy dandy little strap, and I don't never throw a strap up over my shoulder, so I put it just long enough. I cut off all the excess strap, heated it with a cigarette lighter, then taped it so I got a good solid strap, because I never want to get a hold of this handle and say have it break. Well, the cooler also has that little seal in it all the way around, and what I did is I robbed off of my Fraybill minnow bucket, and Fraybill makes a good minnow bucket, but they tip over in the boat if you're going across the lake. You know, styrofoam ones, the lid flies off, and even these snap down ones, if they tip over, they pop open, all your minnows blow out. This thing is the sweetheart and the Cadillac of minnow buckets. The only thing is, I didn't want to use that noisy little pump, so I robbed the Fraybill, which has got like a little curlicue pump in it. I'm going to turn it on once here. Yep, that's on. You can't hardly hear it run at all, and it pumps out plenty of air for your minnows down in here to take out on the lake all day long. And that little pump right there will run like 3 days of all-day fishing on one set of D-size batteries. It does not have the external plug to it, but Fraybill is, you know, that one's running, and this one here almost drowns it out as soon as you turn it on. It's brand new, but it sucks. It makes way too much noise. If you're watching this, get yourself a nice quiet pump like Fraybill, and you'll have something. So I got 2 products there, a Fraybill pump on an Angle live bait cooler, but get yourself one of these little 13 if you're going to crappie fish. Get a 19 if you want a little bit bigger for, say, some shiners, and if you want all day or maybe all weekend up at the camp, you can dump a ton of minnows in there, a pound of them or so, and run the 12-volt pump if you don't mind listening to that little grinder. They're cool. But this is that Angle live bait cooler. This is my sweet little 13, and what's nice about it is it seals. Let me get that strap out of there. It seals down, and when you lock these babies down like this here, you can tip your minnow bucket over in the boat. See here? If your minnow bucket tips over in the boat, not a drop of water comes out of it, and that's half full of water right now. So if it tips over in your boat going across the lake, you don't lose minnows or even a drop of water. Now, they also come with a sweet little tray that goes inside here. So if you want to use it as an ice box, you can plug the little hole where the tube comes in. You can put the tray in the top, or say your wallet and your car keys, that kind of thing, and still have ice in the bottom. But that, again, is half full of water tipped up on its side, and your minnows are doing fine. There's no minnows in there right now, obviously, but that is a sweetheart. I can't hardly wait to take it out on the lake because it's so easy to pick up with only a 13 quart, and that'll keep minnows sweet all day long. One other thing I was going to tell all you guys that are having trouble with your minnows, don't put ice in your minnow buckets. Harold Morgan told me that years ago, and he's in about every crappie magazine that's ever been down here. A lot of guys will take a pop bottle full of lake water and freeze it in the freezer and throw it in there, or they'll take lake water and make ice cubes that don't have any chlorine in it and put it in so your minnows are nice and cold. But when you take a minnow out of that 40-degree water and you hook it on, you throw it in the lake and the water's 80 degrees, kills them instantly. They're worthless. That water can be bathtub hot warm, and as long as that aerator's running, them minnows will stay perfect all day long. You won't lose a single minnow. Don't chill your water, just make sure they got plenty of air. Well, anyway, this is my little update on my Engel live bait cooler system. I'm going to take that one and pull that little pump out and use that for ice and stuff for on the road when we're out playing gigs. But this one's going in my little deck boat back here, and we're going to go pound the crappies with some sweet crappie minnows with that quiet Fraybill pump on the side. Sorry, Engel, great fishing cooler, but your little aerator sucks. So this is Steve Hall in Nashville saying hi to my brother Larry Hall up in Brainerd, Minnesota. I wish he was down here so we could go crappie fishing. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.